Good afternoon, students. In this lecture, we're going to learn about the imbibition process. How you can define imbibition is that it is the kind of diffusion. We have discussed this in with previous lectures, wherein what is diffusion? It is a movement of water from higher concentration to the lower concentration. So here you can see water is absorbed by the solid particles. Okay, solid particles can be called as colloids. That process is called as imbibition. Okay, and the dry substances or half dry substances, they are considered as the adsorbents, which means the dry substances has adsorption capacity. Basically this process works on adsorption and absorption principle. Okay, so what are the factors which are responsible for the which can affect the imbibition process? Texture of the imbibant. What is imbibant? Any substance which can adsorb to the water, that is called as imbibant. Okay, so it depends on the texture of the imbibant, pH, medium, and affinity of the imbibant, and finally water potential gradient. So water potential is the free energy of the water molecules, uh, or you can say movement of water from one cell to another cell. So it depends on the concentration of the water potential. Okay, there is one more pressure we can see in this imbibition process, that is called as metric potential or imbibition pressure. The pressure which drives this process, that is called as which controls this process which which act upon this process, that is called as imbibition pressure. It is also called as a metric. It is also called as metric potential. How you can define this metric potential is that it is defined as the pressure which forces the seedlings to germinate above the ground soil surface. That is called as metric potential. What does it mean? The pressure which acts above the soil surface, okay, or you can say the ground surface. That is called as metric potential. Metric potential for pure water is always negative, okay, and metric potential with respect to the imbibant. Okay, the amount of water present in proportion to the amount of imbibant. In that case, what happens is that metric potential is less. If the concentration of the water with respect to the imbibant is more, imbibant means any substance which absorb this which has the adsorption capacity. If you add any substance which has the adsorption capacity, that is called as imbibant. So with respect to imbibant, um, if the concentration of water is more, then matrix potential is less negative. It means it can be positive. Otherwise, in pure water, it is always negative one. So, what is the importance of this process? So you can see it promotes seed germination. Okay, so it promotes seed germination, and it also helps in ripening of ovules into ripening of ovules that which later develop into seeds. So basically, you can say that it also helps in seed setting indirectly. Okay, by ripening of ovules. So it plays a vital important role in absorption of the water by roots. So due to this process, what happens is that plants can absorb the water easily. Okay. You can perform this experiment in a in laboratory conditions. Okay. Just you take beaker, you put water into that, and you put dry seeds, and after that you can see that the seeds are swollen. And why? Because this is due to the imbibition uh, process. The seeds get water has entered into the seeds, and and they are swollen. Or you can see the size of the seeds also increase because of the input to water. Okay, the dry seeds become smooth seeds here, and the water, as the seeds has absorbed the water, you can see the level of water here and here. You can compare that, and you can see that here the water is more, and here the water is less. Okay, why? Because they have absorbed the water. So that it has a very important role in the germination of seeds. Okay, and by putting seed setting indirectly, and it also promotes the seed germination, and it helps the plants to uptake the water from the roots. So that's it, friends. In this lecture, try to solve these MCQs. They are very simple, and if you have any doubts, you can message me in the comment box section. Please don't forget to uh, like the video if you have really understood the concept. And I'll meet you in the next lecture. Till that, take care. Bye bye.